Yeah, international football, Ronaldo be commando. I saw a picture of Messi writing something. They saying, "Dear Ronaldo, can you show me how to carry my national team to win trophies?" Ronaldo is in another final with Portugal.
I'm telling you, man, it was amazing.
And it's not just another final. He carried the team. Hat-trick, Cristiano Ronaldo. That's his 53rd hat-trick. Hey, Charlie.
53rd hat-trick. That's sick.
Ronaldo, why are you piling pressure on Lionel Messi?
You should know that every
Messi
time Ronaldo does something, it's down to Messi.
But no, because Messi is preparing for Copa America. This trophy he hasn't won before. And you wake up one night and you hit hat-trick.
Hat-trick.
And you are in the final.
It's crazy.
I'm looking at England and Holland. They have their semi-final today, and we are bringing you live commentary.
Of course, of the final.
Sunday.
Of the final. It looks like this year I'm going for Holland.
Yeah, going for Holland.
I'm going for Holland to beat England in the semi-final.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, whoever wins this one.
Ronaldo, don't win this one. If you win, it's pressure for Messi now because you've already won the Euros.
No, Charlie, I need to hear this.
I hope Golden State Warriors, you guys are fine. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you sure you're fine?
I wish I could say Steph Curry was a commando.
Josh,
don't remind me of my pain this morning.
Raptors are doing the job.
No, but Raptors is a very good team.
They had to take advantage of
Raptors is a very good team.
And they are doing well. So, game 4.
Yeah, I just don't understand that Steph Curry can make 47 points and will still lose the game by 14 points.
He makes those points and Golden State will lose the game. Hey! Okay, anyway, let's get it. Enjoy Sports Center this morning.
It's brought to you by the Ronaldo, the official UEFA commando, and Steph Curry, who tried to be the NBA commando. It didn't work. It's also brought to you by MTN 4G Plus for the fastest connectivity and highest internet speed. Choose the MTN TurboNet. It's brought to you by Standard Chartered Bank. Here for good and multi-TV, just thrills. Now wake up to a good morning because there's so much to look forward to only on MTN. Your mornings are brighter because we are giving you 400 megabytes and 30 minutes of free on-net calls at just 1 Ghana cedi from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Just imagine all the amazing things you can do online and all those long gists you can have with your friends and family every morning. My guy, just dial star 138 hash and you're sorted. MTN Kokoko, we did for you everywhere you go. Now, Standard Chartered wishes to inform its shareholders of its annual general meeting, which comes off on Thursday, June 6, 2019. That's today. At the National Theatre opposite Ifwa Sutherland Children's Park for the ordinary business of the company. The time is 11 a.m. That's just in some 4 hours. So get ready and get there soon. Standard Chartered, here for good.
And here for sports. Coming up at the Sports Center, it was a Ronaldo show last night as his hat-trick against Switzerland saw Portugal progress to the finals of the UEFA Nations League.
Ronaldo now is forward. Ronaldo does a step over. Ronaldo on a hat-trick! Oh, that's brilliant! That is absolutely brilliant by Cristiano Ronaldo. He buries the ball in to secure the hat-trick and to secure Portugal's place in the final. But what a quality finish from the world-class talent of Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yes, Portugal play the winners of today's semi-final between England and the Netherlands. And remember, we have the final game for you, live commentary on Joy 99.7 FM. More to come on that, but first, the Confederation of African Football has been trending following the decision to have Tunisian side Esperance return the Africa Cup of Nations, or Africa Champions League trophy, to replay the second leg of the final. Now, the meeting, which gave the directive, lasted for about 6 hours in Paris. Here's the BBC's Mani Yasmin, who was there.
I've just spoken to one of the CAF Executive Committee members who was in the meeting, and he said that those who perpetrated these organisational failings will also be punished. He said there was a unanimous decision in the meeting that something had to be done. It's a dangerous precedent. It's an absolute mess, and it's the second continental club final this season to result in farce after the Copa Libertadores in South America.
Remember, Esperance led 1-0 in Saturday's second leg, but the Moroccan opponents, Wydad Casablanca, left the pitch after an equalizer. They scored was disallowed. Wydad wanted the video assistant referee to check if the goal should stand, but the system was not working. The replay will be after the Africa Cup of Nations in Egypt, which ends on July 19. Now, CAF Executive Committee member Musa Bility says he won't be surprised should Esperance take the matter to CAS.
For me, as a person, this is the worst decision that I've ever made. But we had to do something. It became impossible to ignore everything that went on. I mean, every single rule was broken. There's nothing on record to show that Morocco abandoned the match. What can we do? What can I say?
Well, let's stick with meetings in Paris there. Gianni Infantino has been re-elected as president of football's world governing body FIFA for a second term. The Swiss Italian was re-elected until 2023 without opposition at FIFA's annual Congress in Paris. Infantino focused on the relative calm of his first term in charge compared to the situation he inherited.
I did not 3 years ago and 4 months necessarily expect to win. Of course, I went into the race to win, but really I didn't know whether I was going to win, so I prepared a program, which was my campaign program. I knew, of course, FIFA from the outside. I didn't know what I could expect coming in, how fast I could move certain things, how fast we could change certain processes. And I just went into it from day one, put up my sleeves and started to work. And I think bottom line, it's quite okay, especially if we compare where we were from where we are. And I just started, worked, and today I'm happy.
Gianni Infantino there. Now, let's talk about the Africa Cup of Nations. We've got some 15 days to go. Black Stars coach Kwesi Appiah says he wants to win the AFCON more than any Ghanaian. According to him, his priority is to end the country's long wait for the title as he prepares his team for the tournament.
I believe that no one wants to win the AFCON more than me, being the coach. And every competition that you attend, the vision is to try and win it. And I think it applies to every single coach who is coming for the competition. No coach will go for a competition and say, okay, I want to go and be the last team. Anyway, fine, some may have the ambition of going to at least showcase what they can do. But Ghana, as we all know, every competition for some years now, getting to the at least the quarterfinals. So my ambition now is to try and win the cup for our nation. It's been years since we won it, and as a coach now, that is my priority.
Decades since we won it, actually, that's the point. Danny, you're shaking your head. You haven't seen the Black Stars win a trophy, celebrate it?
No,
So
not
you've
alive.
not seen anything like that?
Not when I was
like
alive.
the Liverpool parade, that was
Have
really
you?
nice, like the Man City parade.
Have you?
I've seen a team celebrate the Man City parade. I was there. I saw the Manchester City parade. I'm here to see the Black Stars parade.
No, you
oh
haven't.
my God.
It's serious. It's very serious.
Danny Coach Appiah, for the first time, will train with a full house today following the arrival of US-based defender Jonathan Mensah. So we know it's 15 days to go to the tournament, and there's been a lot going on in terms of teams' preparedness for the tournament. Here's Baba Tando with more in today's edition of the Joy AFCON Minute.
Football together. We are ready.
The AFCON Minute on Joy is brought to you by Total Excellium, the fuel that cleans your engine kilometer after kilometer, in association with DSTV. East African country Comoros has been fighting to get CAF to suspend Cameroon from the 2019 Total African Cup of Nations in Egypt after losing their hosting rights. The Comoros Football Federation appealed to the Court of Arbitration for Sport, CAS, but had the case dismissed. But even if Cameroon had been suspended, it was Malawi who would qualify to play in the AFCON ahead of Comoros, leading to the analogy that the East African country with no sufficient legal interest also had no concrete sporting interest in Cameroon being excluded. Follow the hashtag JoyAFCON on social media. Salam.
All right, listen to the Joy AFCON Minute on the Sports Center from Monday through to Friday at 7:15 a.m. to be able to answer simple questions during the Joy AFCON podcast show. That's every Friday at 7 p.m. So we're on tomorrow. Now, you answer correctly for amazing prizes from MultiChoice Ghana, such as DSTV, Zappa decoders, and GoTV Digiboxes. It was well advertised, promoted, and indeed the showing was massive, just as the events that followed. Number 12 documentary by investigative journalist Anas Arimayaw Anas, which looked at football corruption, was premiered exactly a year ago. But what has been the impact since? There's more in the following report.
The most talked about story then saw one of the powerful men in Ghana football and African football exit his various positions at all levels. Mr. Kwesi Nyantakyi was banned by FIFA for ethical breaches, lost his position as a council member of FIFA, CAF first vice president and then the Football Association president. Over 70 referees who were caught on tape were banned, some exonerated, with others still serving the ban. Government initiated steps to dissolve the Ghana Football Association. There was a government FIFA tussle until a common agreement was reached. FIFA came in with a Luzon team that worked for some time before the setting up of a 4-member normalization committee. The NC's mandate was extended by additional 6 months after the initial deadline of March 31. A member of the NC, Mrs. Lucy Quist, resigned citing personal reasons. National teams have gone ahead to participate in international competitions under the normalization committee, and currently there is a Tier 1 and Tier 2 special competition ongoing.
Well, I think you have to make of it what you will, really, Danny. I don't know for you. Progress?
For me,
stagnation?
I would measure progress by the specific things that we have done in terms of prosecutions. Have people been brought to book? Has any institutional reform been made? Some. You can say that some has been done with the normalization committee. But really, on the criminal aspect, we have not seen much.
Seen anything.
Really. Yeah. What was the Attorney General saying about the persons who were seen on video taking money? It's not just Mr. Nyantakyi.
It's football as
other officials.
It's football as it were, really moving forward. Have we seen any critical changes? I thought the fans are still behaving the same way. It's been difficult, really.
But really, number 12 was not about the fans per se, was it? It was about officiating.
What have we done about referees?
And it was about the management of the game
owed a lot
itself.
of money, even though they've been paid. So even the normalization competition, they had issues. So it's a tough one in deciding whether this has gone forward or we're where we are. We've progressed. It's another huge one. That,
you know what bothers me, George?
yeah.
I'll just take 30 seconds of your time to say this.
Yes.
After Liverpool won the Champions League,
League, yes.
you see how it's been monetized.
Yes.
They are selling special T-shirts. They've now put next week they are going to put
There's
the
a whole
cup
lot.
at the Cup End Bar,
There's a whole
so that you can just visit the Cup End Bar and go and see it.
Yes.
There is so much happening with football, and you
You
wonder.
don't see that happening here. I'm not sure you're seeing soon. Anyway, let's talk about the UEFA Nations League. And of course, we remind you of live commentary on Joy 99.7 FM. And Cristiano Ronaldo scored a superb hat-trick as Portugal reached the Nations League final with victory over Switzerland at the Estadio de Dragao. Ronaldo had given the hosts the lead with a stunning first half free kick that flew into the bottom right corner. He scored 2 more goals, even though the Swiss managed to get a penalty that was inspired by the video assistant referee. It's a good time right now, though, to hear from Bernardo Silva. But let's do this because just a quick one. Ronaldo is the man we're talking about, obviously, but his teammate Bernardo Silva is full of praise for him.
I think people talk a lot, you have 1 or 2 bad games and people start talking. I think Cristiano, he doesn't need to prove anything else. What he's done over the last 10-15 years, I think he showed to everyone that he's one of the best players ever. He doesn't need to prove himself anymore. And once again tonight he was outstanding, scored 3 goals, gave us this qualification to the final, and we're very happy to have him with us.
All right, let's do the tennis. And no play was possible yesterday because it rained all day at Roland Garros in Paris. It means the remaining men's quarterfinals will be played, as will the 2 remaining women quarterfinals. That'll be today. Tournament director Guy Forcher says they are working hard to find a solution.
The schedule of the bad weather on Friday, we know is a possibility. So we are right now, just left the room to see the different options that we have. None of them are ideal, because we have the ladies and the men's to be played. We could technically play on 2 courts, on 3 courts, but at one point it's a call we're going to have to make. We have, of course, the match with Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer, which is the one that a lot of people are waiting for, of course. But then after that we have 2 big finals, the women's and the men's, and we want to make the best we can so they can be played on time. But we have to always study the worst case scenario, knowing that ideally we want to try to finish on the Sunday.
Right, so let's end with the basketball. And Kawhi Leonard scored 30 points as the Toronto Raptors beat reigning champions The Golden State Warriors 123-109 to take a 2-1 lead in the NBA Finals. Steph Curry's play of career high 47 points was not enough for the depleted Warriors, who were without injured Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson. We can now hear from Raptors head coach Nick Nurse.
I think our team plays hard, right? And I think we expect them to make runs and baskets. You know, in this game, in this day and age, leads go quickly and all those kind of things. And I give our guys a lot of credit. I thought we answered a lot of runs, right? Down to 7 a bunch and came back and scored a bucket or hit a 3 or whatever. We each time they chipped, we kind of answered back, and that's kind of what you got to do if you're going to keep your lead.
Remember, the Warriors are attempting to win for a third season in a row, while the Raptors are in the first ever final. Game 4 of the best of 7 series is on Saturday in Oakland. Let's see where it goes. And that's it for the Joy Sports Centre. Yeah, so tonight we'll see what happens between England and
Holland.
Who gets to play Portugal in the final on Sunday.
I don't know. I've
We'll
seen Gini Wijnaldum. Making a lot of noise about it as they join the Oranges.
But I think Holland have a good team anyway. They have a good team. But same could be said of England. They also do.
No, Holland has always had a very good team.
Yeah, but this time
they're perennial underachievers.
Like
they always do well.
Complete with all the Ajax did and PSV, and they've got some young guys in there. Let's see how it goes. That's it for the sports.
All right, but we can't go without wishing Mandy Olga Eke-Amankwa of New Nation School, Lakeside, a happy 18th birthday. And Daddy says he loves you so much. Wish you
New Nation School.
8th or 18th?
Yeah, New Nation School.
8th birthday.
New Nation School.
Yeah.
It's one of my beloved schools. Yes, New Nation School. Yeah. Lakeside, yeah.
I wish you a bright future lays with many blessings. Thank you.